Welcome the students of class 6. Welcome to our social science history class, and in this class we are going to discuss the last 3 subunits, okay, including elsewhere. Okay. So students, in previous history class we have learned in what books and burials tells us, and on that chapter about the different burials, what kind of burials found in Amgaon, all those things. Now today we're going to discuss the what skeletal studies tells us, okay, and number 2, occupations at Inamgaon and including elsewhere. So what skeletal studies tells us? So let's check. So it is easy from the skeleton to find out that the skeleton belongs to whom, such as the children's skeleton, it is small and the adult skeleton is big, okay. But however, there are major differences in the skeleton of men and women, okay. So can we make out whether a skeleton was then that of a man or a woman? Okay, sometimes people decide on the basis of the artifacts found with the skeleton, such as if some skeleton found with jewelry, so people thought it is a female generally, but it is not, because at that time, at the 3500 years ago, the male also used to wear the jewelry or ornaments. So this is wrong prediction. So the correct prediction is about the skeleton studies, okay, that is called osteology also. As per the distinction based on modern skeleton studies or osteology, we have found different features in men and women. So what are the features? That in male skeleton, look at carefully, the pelvic bone, okay, so the pelvic bone okay, so this type of bones, okay, these pelvic bones are bigger, smaller, and in the female this pelvic bone is bigger, and the legs started from here, and on the legs they are more or less straight in most of the cases. But in the female skeleton the opposite things happen. In the female skeleton, this pelvic portion is bigger than the men, and as well as the legs, they are little bit curvy like that, okay. The angles in female of these two bones are different, okay. You can see the angle in male, it is straight more or less, but in female it is like that. Otherwise, except this, in the skull also, okay, in the skull also, the forehead portion in the female skeleton is small, but in the male skeleton the forehead portion is bigger. So this is the major difference between the male and female skeleton, okay. So students, in this way the forehead portion, it is bigger in male but small in women. So these are the major difference on the skeleton studies we have found from the dead bodies buried in the burials. So these distinctions are based on modern studies. About 2000 years ago, a book also written by a famous Indian physician 2000 years ago named Charaka, okay, and Charaka wrote a book named Charaka Samhita, okay. Remember the name of the book, Charaka Samhita. So in this book, Charaka mentioned that in human body there are 360 bones, but as per modern skeleton studies, we have found that 206 bones are there in human body. But what are the difference then? Actually, the Charaka counted all the bones, including the teeth, the cartilage and joints. So if we count the teeth, cartilage means the bones, the soft bones that our nose and ears made up with this cartilage. So all the cartilage present in the body he counted and mentioned in the book Charaka Sanghita. Okay, so Charaka arrived at the figure by counting all these bones. Okay, so in this way we have found that our ancient skeleton studies and anatomy also very old, and in modern studies also similar with that, and in this way we can differentiate the dead bodies buried at that time. Now the occupations and Inamgaon, it is the next subunit. Okay, it is the occupations of Inamgaon, that archaeologists have found due to excavation various seeds and crops such as wheat, barley, rice, pulses, millets, peas and sesame. Okay, so bones of number of animals and also found, and many of them also found with cut marks. So from this, historians guess that those animals were executed for food, use this animal as a food. So this type of animals also found, and including cattle, buffalo, goat, sheep, dog, horse, ass, pig, sambar. Sambar is another one type of deer. Okay, wild deer, buffalo and spotted deer. Okay, okay, spotted deer, black buck. It is another animal, another deer, antelope, hare and mongoose. Okay, so beside birds, crocodile, turtle, crab and fish bones also found, but we don't know they ate a crocodile or not. But there is evidence that fruits such as bear, amla, jamun, dates and a variety of berries were collected from various burial sites in Inamgaon. So students, so from this we can learn that we can understood that these foods were also used by the people 3500 years ago, and those animals also existed that time, and some of them they used as food. Now the last part, it is the elsewhere. So what is mentioned in the elsewhere, that in China around 3500 years ago in China, first writing was found on animal bones. Okay, and these writings were called oracle bones. Okay, these bones, written bones, were called oracle bones. Okay, so 3500 years ago, these bones actually used by the priests at the time for prediction, such as would they win battles, would they harvest a good harvest be good, otherwise would they have sons. This type of question they wrote on the bones, and the bones were then put into the fire, and because of fire the bones cracked, and then the fortune tellers, okay, the fortune tellers or those priests, they studies those cracks and give their prediction about the future and give their answers. Okay, so as you may expect that some of them tried to predict the future, but some of them made mistakes because it is not any scientific process, but historians they found this type of oracle bones from where they have they had predict their future. Okay, so all these kings In China, they lived in big palaces in cities, such as the big palace situated in the Forbidden Kingdom in China. So they amassed vast quantities of wealth, including large, elaborate and decorated bronze vessels. Okay, so they have lot of wealth, gold, silver, bronze vessels. However, they don't know the use of iron. So iron weapons, instruments were not found in China at that time, because 3500 years ago, you already know that at the time, just the Neolithic age just finished. Okay, and copper age or Chalcolithic age started. That time was Chalcolithic age. So that's all, students. I hope you have understood this subunit. So see you in the next class with the question answers. Thank you.